Wow, that was a good one. Hello, all. Welcome back to Winter Does Stuff, where we react to some crazy stuff. Today, we have RWBY Volume 5 Redux, Episode 7. Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I know that I committed to reacting to the rest of the series, and I'm gonna do that. But last episodes, the last two, were pretty disappointing. There were significant things that were cut out. There were significant things that should have been there that were very clearly not. And it's a situation where it's like, with only one or two of those, I could see where Soul and Random Words were coming from with removing those two portions. But the rest, not so much. So, what I'm hoping for is episodes 7 through 9, which I'm going to be reacting to today. This is the first of 3 videos that I'll be recording today. I hope they'll be better. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these on, and then we are going to get into the episode. I will be right back here. Alrighty. That one wasn't as good, so I guess it checks out. Yeah, let's do it. Episode 7.
You're free to speak your mind.
I don't understand. Working with bandits? Keeping RWBY alive? What's the point? We're strong enough to take what we want by force.
Never underestimate the use.
Okay. Woofty. So we're starting here. We haven't gotten any of the Lionheart stuff. Okay, we're skipping that scene with him and Watts, which I guess you could try to infer from like Volume 4's ending, but this is episode 7, so this is a long while after that point. So it's like, I would have preferred it at least be Watson, Lionheart walking down the steps and into that room. And then Cinder's line about, like, working with bandits, that would make sense. If not, I don't know if I agree with that.
Usefulness of others. You will have the power I promised you when the time is right. But remember that it comes with a cost. There's only so much I can do to aid you.
And then you cut out take Leonardo. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you cut that out? Like, genuinely, what's the point to doing that? Because I don't see one. Cutting out too much for the sake. I don't even know if there's a sake here. I'm really sorry. Like, opening up with a negative. Holy shit. 2 negatives, in fact. 2 things skipped that I feel like would have made the scene. Like, the original scene was fine. Again, dead air notwithstanding. And then skipping the Tyrion's tail bit, because that causes Cinder to kind of look back and kind of have an oh shit moment, revealing the tension even between Salem's subordinates and her. 3 things in one not even 60-second scene. Yikes. Not a great start. Good thing we're going into probably like a top 10 scene in the show to balance it out, But wow. Yikes. Wow. Always been a good shot there.
Yeah?
You cut out that beginning moment where she thinks it's gonna be Ruby, because of course it would be Ruby. Weiss isn't one to be the talkative, emotionally supportive person. Especially not in Yang's perspective, who this scene is mostly based on. Why? I'm actually... Oh my god. So much wrong in such little time.
I know she's our teammate, but I'm not just going to change my mind. I'm sorry, I don't think you know what it's like to be left. You have a giant family, recitals to perform at, dinners to attend.
When I was 10.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Removing the pause. This is one of those scenes where the dead air is not dead. It's contemplative. And specifically, the moment where Yang goes, like, if you're gonna say something, say it. Because that moment of Weiss not saying anything is her choosing her words carefully and considering Yang's volatility in this moment. Again, so much wrong in such little time. Wow.
My dad finally admitted to my mom that the only reason he married her was for the family name. It was actually on my birthday. He missed the big dinner. She got mad. He finally snapped. I think she already knew. Looking back, I think I knew too. But hearing him say it finally pushed her over the edge. First, it was separate lunches and dinners. Opposite balconies at my recitals. A glass of wine here, a glass of wine there. Then it was no dinners, no recitals, a bottle of wine here, and well, you get the idea.
I'm really sorry. I shouldn't have assumed.
You're right, though. I don't know loneliness like you do. I have my own version. And I'll bet Blake has her own version, too.
She doesn't have to be alone, though. I was here for her. We all were. She chose to leave us.
Why do you think she did that? The entire time Blake was at Beacon, she was afraid to open up to people. She tried to keep her past separated from us. She tried to protect us. Eventually, those walls she put up came down. And the moment they did, the one thing she was afraid of actually happened. The universe proved her right.
No one blamed her for anything. If she had just talked to us, she would have known that. How could I be there for her if she doesn't let me? What if I needed her here for me?
I know it's not easy. I wish she hadn't left too. The only thing we can do now is be there for her when she's ready. When she comes back.
If she comes back.
She will. Yang, you, Ruby, and even Blake, or more like family to me than my brother or even my own father. I would do anything for you three, and I'm willing to bet Blake feels the same way. So, when she's ready, I'll be there for her. And I know we're not as close, but I'm here for you too.
Is, everything okay?
Yeah.
I couldn't even smile during that scene because I'm very, very peeved. Wow. I'm sorry about that beginning to those of you watching, but holy... I'm gonna use those two words again. Gross miscalculation on the part of Random Words and Smaller Soul. I don't know where the hell your priorities were at during that scene, but especially in that beginning, it was not to preserve the scene. That was... man. I'm not liking this, this back half isn't exactly appointing me. Check this. Okay, we are at like appropriate sitting level. Gotcha. Alright, let's continue.
Hey, Ugly!
Raven, we have a problem.
First of all, that effect isn't in the original. I remember because it's just them stepping out of the shadows. Well, I guess now that you're placing this here instead of where it should be in the volume, which is earlier, Watts wouldn't be with Tyrion. But still, it doesn't... If we're looking at it that way, it doesn't make sense for him to be here now because he'd still be with Leo. So, win some, you lose some there. And then cutting out the actual...
Raven.
Cutting out the actual, like Emerald spinning the blades, this is a problem of the original too, but I think it's more prevalent here. It leads into the fact that Raven doesn't know what's happening, and she's in the tent in the middle of the camp. So it would stand to reason that the fight would be overheard. I would have actually put... I wouldn't have put this here. I would have skipped over this entirely and just had Raven coming out. Personally, I think that's what I would have done.
We have a problem.
What is it?
Salem's found us. 4 of her followers are waiting to speak with you.
Right. Okay. Bring me my helmet.
I don't recall inviting so many guests into our home.
Don't be too upset with them, Raven.
You missed the line where you've all lost your spines, which that is what causes Cinder to say, don't be so upset with them. Another line that adds to her character in regards to the tribe aspect of things.
Your men simply recognize the power of a maiden when they see it. Which is why we'd like to have a word with you.
I know all about your master, but I don't believe we've met.
I'm Cinderfall. This is my associate, Arthur Watts. And my disciples, Emerald and Mercury.
2 children you've tricked into following you, a disgraced Atlesian scientist, and a fall maiden with a surname so appropriate she probably picked it herself.
Technically, I was also a doctor, but I must say the rest was spot on.
No matter how much I'm not liking how this is structured, and believe me, I've got issues with this one. If this keeps going this way, the post-episode discussion is not going to be kind with this episode. However, Chris Sabat is just fucking... That line is delivered. That's another one of those, like, I wouldn't say that's top 20 lines, but it's like top 30 or 25. That line is so good. Just gonna...
Appropriate. She probably picked it herself.
Technically, I was also a doctor, but I must say the rest was spot on.
Actually, ass.
That's what's kept me alive.
I'm afraid the only reason you're still alive is because you have something our master wants. Of course, if I'm wrong.
Vernal!
So, this is the long-lost Spring Maiden. Prove it.
Vernal has done well under my guidance. I'd take that into consideration before you try anything.
The maidens are merely a means to an end. Salem's true desires are the relics locked within the Huntsman Academies. Come with us. Allow Vernal here to unlock the Relic of Knowledge, and all previous acts of defiance against Salem will be forgiven. It's the best deal either of you are going to get.
You talk as if walking straight into Haven will be easy.
That's because it will be. Headmaster Lionheart is loyal to Salem now.
We would know that if more of his scenes were included. However, you regretted to put the one that was in that beginning moment, and you've honestly, besides episode 1 and the meeting scene, you've really forgot to put him in the volume. I think that is something that is in the original. Like, we do see more of Lionheart, and it's a piece that Redux does not quite have over it.
All we need is the key to the vault.
I need time to think this over.
You don't have time. In 2 days, Haven Academy will be destroyed by the White Fang. You're going to choose now.
So, are you with us?
Should have kept in or against us, because that implies more so than that wide shot that if there's refusal, this tribe is going down right now in flames. I feel like that line works for that moment.
Agreements like these are built on trust. And forgive me for saying, but I don't trust a single one of you. You're going to need to give me more.
You are in a poor position to negotiate.
I want my brother dead.
Crow?
That's right. He knows I have Spring. And if I help you get your relic, he's going to become a problem. Crow doesn't trust me, but he does trust Ozpin's other lieutenants. If Leo really is loyal to you, then you can order him to invite Crow right into an ambush. He arrives at Haven, we take him down, you get your relic, and we all leave happy.
You have yourself a deal.
Wait. Don't think I don't see what you're after.
I'm not liking the way the rest of this is structured. However, I did like that. Those red flashes call back to Volume 8. Nice. And it does lean more into the fact, the very common criticism, that all of Cinder's scenes in this volume, including this one in the original, are about her grudge against RWBY. So, and then in the finale, like, she pays no attention to RWBY. It's one of those things where it's like, yeah, Cinder would feel about it that way, but she would, like, go after RWBY, try to kill her in the battle, and it's like, there was a bit of a disconnect in terms of that. Yeah. That is the first change that I've actually liked. I'm not enjoying pretty much anything else about this episode. I'm sorry. Oh, man. And we've only got 5 minutes left. This is definitely going to be a shorter reaction.
Yes, Vernal.
I followed them as you asked.
Did they spot you?
Of course not. They have a ship 2 clicks west of here. Looks like they're staying there for the night.
Thank you, Vernal.
This is the reaction image. Man.
Do you actually believe they'll let us go once they have the relic?
Of course not. They'll never leave us alone. Once our purpose has come and gone, we'll be discarded. If we want to have any chance of defending ourselves against her, then we need this relic.
Ah. That's what the rest of this is going to be on. And, given that we normally have about 40 seconds of credits, this scene is only going to run about 4 minutes. Which, if I'm correct, in the original, it's quite a bit longer than that. So, there's going to be stuff skipped here, which is not great.
Ilya? I'm here.
Ilya, I know you're scared, but you don't have to be. My family and I, we can keep you safe.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I feel like the speech that that Blake gave there was, you can cut that out. She said a bit more there, and then Ilya cutting her off from saying any more, and then shortening that little bit after I'm sorry, boom. That works a lot better in terms of the pacing.
Wait! Ilya! What are you doing?
I tried to warn you, Blake. I'm sorry.
Don't tell me you're sorry.
But I am.
I am sorry it has to be this way, but you and your family are holding the Faunus back.
Because we're trying to protect people? In what world do you live in where attacking the innocent is the right thing to do?
The same one as you. There's no such thing as innocent. There's no right thing to do, only what's best for us. I don't like hurting people. But I'll tell you this. It's gotten us results.
Yeah. Look where it's gotten you.
We all have to make sacrifices for the greater good, no matter how much it hurts.
And you think killing me is really for the greater good?
No. But getting rid of your family is.
You wouldn't. You can't! I won't let you!
I know. That's why you're being sent to Mistral. To Adam.
Ilya, please! You don't have to do this. This isn't you!
Yes, it is. But I guess back then you were just too busy falling for Adam to notice. I wanted you to look at me that way. But we can't always get what we want. Yuma, with me. You two, get her to the docks.
Let's go, traitor.
What?
I feel like it was cut in a way that serves what's going on, and it serves to heighten the tension. There's something about it that feels very stilted. Like, it felt very awkward in some places, especially with Ilya leaving. Feels like there wasn't enough time for this to happen and for them to get there. I don't know. Man, this episode is... this episode's frustrating me. But, very similarly, as I was just saying, again, Blake not calling him out is... that serves their surprise better, so I can't be mad at that. God,
Thanks for the backup.
that sound is that crunchy in the original. Like, Blake just fucking decks her.
Thanks for the invitation. You okay?
No. You heard Ilya. My family's in danger. Call the police and let's go.
Right.
Come on, Mom, pick up.
Ooh. Whoa. This scene was a lot brighter lit in the original. We're seeing the muzzle flashes. Cool.
Get down!
Wow, this has to be like custom done.
Get out of my house! Here!
Go find my wife!
I believe it's time our dear chieftain stepped down, brother.
Got a lot to say about this one. Let's go to the discussion. This was the worst one so far. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I don't mean to be so negative with these last... Yeah, with... Hell, not just with the last three. since episode 4, so the last 4 episodes, I have not particularly enjoyed my time with Redux up to this point. Again, it was really only episodes 2 and 3 that I genuinely liked a lot of what they were doing there, but it seems the last 4 episodes there's been a noticeable dip. I don't know how to feel about that. I'll be really honest. Especially these, 4 wasn't awful, but these last 3, I really haven't enjoyed these. I've really only enjoyed certain aspects of them, or specific scenes. Unfortunately, I didn't find a full scene that I didn't have an issue with. I'll be real. This episode, there wasn't even a full scene that I genuinely enjoyed. Because every scene here, well, again, the last one didn't have any glaring issues, but I still feel that it felt very stilted. I don't know why it was that, but I don't know. This episode just was not it. Okay. These episodes have normally gone on a bit longer, so... But I don't know what to say here, because I had very little to talk about. I just... Wow. Okay. I think that's going to be about it for this one. Again, I want to get to episodes 8 and 9 tonight. I want them to be better. Here's to hoping. So, I've reacted to RWBY Volume 5 Redux, Episode 7. I've been Winter. Comment, sub, all that happy jazz. I want to get to the next one. This is the worst episode so far, and I hate that it is. So, sorry. Peace in due time.